Welcome to Meanwhile in Turkey, Turkey's only English-speaking crowd-funded news show. We have a great show for you today. We're going to talk about increasing attacks on the LGBT. We're going to talk about the Istanbul Convention, why we signed it and why we left it. We're also going to give you an update about COVID and where we are right now in Turkey vis-a-vis the virus. Let's go. Have you met Fırat Kaya? No? He drinks Şivas Regal with tangerines. Like so. He likes to walk on Istiklal Street. It's the center of Istanbul. He also has another hobby. He likes to find LGBT members, homosexuals, and beat them up. Yeah, that's right. A couple of days ago, a picture was started to go around on social media showing Fırat Kaya, this guy, actually holding a knife against a LGBT member. In the caption, it reads that he's dirty, that the LGBT member is sick, he's this, he's that, you know, the typical ignorant stuff that people say. But it did not end there. Nope, my friend, it did not. Another video came out of him beating a deaf member of the LGBT community. That's right, deaf this time. Nobody understood what the guy was saying, unfortunately, but when experts started to read his sign language, they realized actually he was Iraqi. They was promising the guy to go back to Iraq, and he was sorry for being gay. This man, Fırat Kaya, was arrested. But you see, it's not that he was arrested we should be very happy about. Actually, we shouldn't be happy about anything. The reason why people like Fırat Kaya do not belong in our society, in our country, actually, they don't belong even to mankind. But the real reason this guy thinks that he can get away with it is because of the language of our peers. When I mean by peers, I mean our, government elders. For example, head of the MHP, Devlet Bahçeli, called the LGBT terrorists. The Minister of Interior, Süleyman Soylu, called them perverts. What do you expect these ignorant people to do? Especially when they think that what they're doing is, kind of the law around here. So congratulations, hate speech does have victims. Here is the proof. Last week, Friday, President Erdogan announced that we were pulling out of the Istanbul Convention. What is the Istanbul Convention, you ask? It's a set of laws that were added on to our own judiciary system in order to protect women. We're the ones to first sign it. It was signed in Istanbul. It even passed through Congress, overwhelmingly. Everybody was so happy. The Istanbul Convention gives judges a set of laws, a set of rules that they have to follow in order to protect women's rights, which is a good thing because we are having an increase in the number of violent attacks against women. However, Islamic circles weren't that happy about this Istanbul Convention. Please don't forget that this was signed in 2011, 10 years ago. That's right, 10 years ago we've been going around with this Istanbul Convention. Yes, people started to complain about, what it meant because the Islamic circles believe that it encouraged homosexuality because it protects the rights of all genders. Bullshit. Nothing encourages homosexuality. That's for sure, I can tell you that. It comes from within you. It's within you. Rainbow flags are not going to make me gay. You see, the timing is very, very interesting. The economy is not working well. We're not fighting COVID very well. There's a lot of turmoil within. Feels like we're going to an early election, but I don't know. Erdogan has to stabilize his base, make it even more concrete, and he needs the Islamic vote once again. So, Istanbul Convention, please don't tell me that it's just because we're doing another convention called Ankara Convention. No, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. And on top of it, it's something that passed through Congress, where every single political party agreed on it. But Erdogan decided that he was going to get out of it. Such a shame. This year, AKP had its major convention. You know, the one where everybody votes and Erdogan wins, unopposed. He won, of course. But the problem started the day of the convention. You see, a lot of videos started to go around social media about people going to the convention, like these ones. You see, the problem here is it's not that actually they're enjoying themselves in a very small bus. The problem here is, where are the masks? Where's the social distancing? None of that is present. But the convention continued anyway. Just to give a little bit of on a little side note, the governor of Kırklareli said that in order to stop the spread of coronavirus, I'm kidding, but he did say that if anybody shares videos and pictures of on social media about people not wearing masks or not social distancing, that they would be tried in the court of law. That's a great system. Yeah, that's how we were going to beat COVID. The convention went on without a hitch. Erdogan won, and the next day, you see, things started to get complicated the next day. You see, the next day, there was a game. Soccer game. Turkey versus Holland. We beat Holland, by the way, 4-2. So we're kind of getting ready for the World Cup. Very excited. But the game was held without any supporters. Nobody. It was empty, as usual. However, when it comes to the AKP convention, it was packed. And when you saw the live footages of the convention, you realize that nobody's wearing a mask. There is absolutely no social distancing. One AKP member actually came on television and said that the reason why it was showing that there was no social distancing was because that the camera was seeing the whole stadium horizontally rather than should have seen it vertically. I don't even know what that means, and I've been in this industry for 30 years. But you know what? Go ahead. Believe what you want to believe. So of course, what's happening now is very simple. People are wondering, what's so different about them? How come I can't open my restaurant for more people? How come I couldn't go to the soccer game to watch my national team? The funny part about this whole thing is, the Ministry of Health has been staying silent about this whole affair. He just pretends that it doesn't exist, that it's not happening. Even though every day he gives us very encouraging tweets about social distancing, wearing masks, and things like that. But nobody's talking about the elephant in the room. Let me rephrase. Nobody's talking about the COVID in the room. You see, at the beginning of March, when they decided to kind of let go of the restrictions, basically allowing people to hang out on Saturdays and opening restaurants by 50%, things like that, the number of COVID cases was this. Now, the number of COVID cases is this. You can't blame the cameraman for showing that people are not wearing masks. You can't blame the people for taking videos and footages of people going to a convention. You can't turn around to people and say it's your fault because you're not social distancing, you're not wearing a mask and things like that. There's only one person you can blame, and that's you. And you know who you are. Anyway, thank you very much for watching Meanwhile in Turkey. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Hit us up on Patreon. Come on, show the love a little bit. You know, we want to do more things. And I know a lot of people have been asking me about who these guys are. I'm going to give you a hint next week. Get ready. All right? See you next time.